change you wanna see.
Seaside is a caring, connected, and expanding spiritual community, sharing practical tools for richer living.
Just your heart to show you how you can be the change if you wanna.
We join in partnership with God to influence our lives for good, whether for improved health, finances, relationships, or simple happiness and joy.
Plant a flower, watch it grow. You will reap what you sow. You gotta be the change.
All right, good morning, Seaside. Buenos dias. So, hold on, let me go into my bag. All right. This morning we have Dennis Mills, who will be holding the light for us, holding the space. So thank you so much, Dennis, for doing that for us this morning. So I have a few upcoming events. Go ahead and take out your agendas and your pencils so you can write them all down. I'm gonna say them real quick. You ready? Okay. April 21st, we have the Men's Breakfast Club. April 22nd, we have Earth Day Blessings, the Fire Circle. Please see your Inside Seaside for more information. May 7th, we have the Deep Sound Meditation. June 3rd is the Ministerial and Prac graduation. Basic Beliefs after second service today in the Quimby Room. And we have a wellness ministry this afternoon at 12:30 as well. And that is being brought to you by the wellness ministry. It is the Free Your Voice workshop. We have a meeting for Marianne Williamson. She will be here June 15th. We have a meeting in the Rose Room after second service. And for all those gardeners that want to help with the garden outside, please Inside Seaside or Dan, who is around here somewhere, Dan McCoy. Oh, hey, he's here. And education, C. Deb Sadler, Seaside Education has started a new classes starting April 14th, Create a Conscious Home with Elizabeth Root. Grace Avalon will be teaching a one-day class on Saturday, April 28th, called What If Life is a Dream and the Only Way You Can Wake Up is to Be Happy. Her book, Thank God I'm Crazy, is available in the bookstore. As we say at Seaside, life just works better when you are in class. So sign up today at the education table. So I have a few more things to say. First, I need a drum roll, please. This Wednesday, we have a fantastic speaker. Her name is Catherine Cespedes. So I will be doing my first talk this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Please come. You are all more than welcome to come and support 7 o'clock, and we will also be doing that on a live stream, and it will be archived. Today is the last day to sign up for your pavers, so if you haven't done it yet and you've been thinking about it, go ahead and sign up. Today will be the last day. We're wrapping it all up, and then John will be sending it out to get the inscriptions done and ready for us. And they should be out in the garden pretty soon for all of us to see and enjoy. And then we have these bags, if you didn't notice. I've practiced my poses, so you can see. So it's really big, and you can put your groceries in here, and you can put a paper in here, and you can use it for golf things, golf balls and tees and all that other good stuff. You can leave it in your car. You know that we have to buy our bags when we go to the grocery store and pretty much anywhere you go. So these are great because they're very sturdy and they're Canva. Okay, so if you are watching online, please let us know where you're tuning in from. I will be talking to you, and then we will give you a great big shout out. So with all that being said, you may all stand and greet your neighbors.
Good morning, everybody. Let's all stay standing together as we sing I'm Choosing Heaven Today. I think we need to get some hands clapping out there first, okay? All right. Here we go. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Grace, I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing grace today. Come on, Seaside Band. Come on, Matt. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Abundance. I choose abundance today. I choose abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choose abundance today. One more time, everybody. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Nice choice. Hey, thank you, Danielle. Hey, we out gigging last night?
We were, yes.
Yeah, what time did you get home?
Late.
Late. I feel like a dad, what time, Not too late for Seaside. Glad to have you here. Danielle Tucker, we love you. And good morning, Seaside. Woo, what a joy it is to be with you. It's a fabulous day. It's an exciting day. It is a dynamic day where Spirit is just flowing with abundance in all of our lives. And so your presence here is part of that abundant expression. So I thank you for all that you are and all that you bring. You're a gift to us all. And I want you to know part of your gift extends well beyond Seaside. And so today is a big day in the history of our movement, because out of Seaside, we are helping to birth a brand new work in Australia. Today, our sister center in Australia, Reverend Robin and Rick, who came out of Seaside at the end of last year, have their very first Sunday. Remember this 2 minutes, it's a 2-minute video that Steve Dahl put together for us? This is what they are looking at this morning from Seaside.
Rick and Robin, I miss you. I know what you're bringing to Australia is fabulous. We just send much love and much knowing that all good is unfolding right now, right there, for you and for all you touch. God's blessings.
Congratulations to our friends in Sydney. We love you very much, and we are knowing that you are having a wonderful opening, and we feel your consciousness all the way from over here. Can't wait to see what you guys do.
I am so thrilled for you, and we've been all looking forward to this. And April 8th, wonderful date. I'm very happy for you. Lots of love from Seaside.
Robin and Rick, we're so excited for you guys. Yay, Sydney, good day.
I don't know that I miss Rick, but I sure miss you, Robin.
You guys are wonderful. We can't wait to come down there, so make room for us.
Hi. Hi, Rick. Hi, Robin. I want to congratulate you. You did it. You had the vision, and you put it forth.
Wishing you, the two of you, just so much fun and joy and love as you open your new center. I know how powerful you are together and individually, and you are already a success.
And hello, Sydney. We're so excited about the new center that's opening.
So excited you're opening your center on April 8th. I will hold the light for you and your center, and I will also hold you in prayer. Love you.
Hi, Rick and Robin. All the best to you guys. We miss you here at Seaside, but I know you're just going to flourish in Sydney. God bless.
Hi, it's Reverend Diane Naki saying hi, and we're so glad that you're starting such a wonderful movement in Australia. Sending you lots of love and blessings.
Well, hello there, Sydney Center for Spiritual Living. You're the first for Australia, and we are so proud of you. And we're really proud of Reverend Robin and Rick, who have caught the vision of bringing Ernest Holmes' message to the wonderful continent of Australia. Know that your family loves you from Seaside. We miss you, but we're very proud and excited with what you're doing. Great success to all of you. We love you. You guys, you're doing good. You're doing good. Boy, so not only do we send them our love, we send them tithes, we send them blessings, and we know that today is a wonderful success. So thank you for your support to helping make that possible. For Australia, out of Seaside. You did good. So, hey, and what we believe always, prayer, consciousness, connection with that source, and we have a wonderful prayer today. One of the stars of that video, now famous in Australia, no doubt, is our very own, who we're not letting go, Kay Samuelson.
So I invite you to share a few moments in the stillness together. So out of the silence of our own soul reflects our oneness with Spirit. For when the mind is peaceful and still, Spirit will guide you into the heart of who you truly are as a spiritual being. For the beloved Spirit is a presence, a power that you can feel as the universal life force within you. For we are the light of consciousness. All of life is an outpicturing of consciousness and love. For love awakens the soul and gives it meaning and purpose. For in the divine flow, the soul perceives. The soul perceives itself as wholeness, love, truth, harmony. It is the divine self-expression of love that I feel in this room, that I am truly grateful for. I'm grateful for this day and all the relationships experienced, knowing that love is the truth, the path, and the way.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know.
Thank you, Danielle, for reminding us who we are, and Master Practitioner Kay Samuelson for invoking us in such a sacred way. And I want to give a shout out to our amazing cat. Whoever thought announcements could be fun? So thank you, Cat. I'm Reverend Christina Tillotson, and it's my honor to welcome you, especially if you're new here to Seaside. We so appreciate your sharing your light and your love with us today, and we honor all paths. So whatever path you're on or not on, just thank you so much for being here. In the back, as you go out on the table, we have a special packet for you with CDs and information and gift certificates to the bookstore. So thank you again for being here. And if you're new, just know, as you saw, we are a worldwide organization. Australia, Ukraine, Switzerland, South Africa, all over UK, all over the place. And we're all part of a worldwide organization called Centers for Spiritual Living, based in Colorado, whose vision is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence for a world that works for everyone. So if you can resonate with that, you are in the right place. I also want to give you a special invitation to a really, really special event that's happening at 12:30 here, right here in the sanctuary. It's our first wellness group event for the whole year, and we're really, really blessed to have Mick and Tess Pulver here to do a free Your Voice workshop. Usually they charge a lot of money for that. They're doing it free here for about an hour and a half for us, and this is their last thing they're going to be doing in California before they leave the state. And what they teach is how to use our voice. You know, here in religious science, we teach how powerful our word is. Well, you will get a really deep experience of your word through using your voice, through singing, through movement, through meditation. And even if you can't sing, please come, and please support them, because they are coming as a gift to us. So we want a whole lot of people to show how much we appreciate them. So, and if you have friends, and if you're listening to us online, come on over at 12:30 if you're in the area. Please. So today, Dr. Christian is powerfully talking about the affluent flow of life. And the reading I've chosen for today is from Bible in the Light of Spiritual Philosophy by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. And the cool thing about being in the affluent flow nowadays is I can carry all of the work of Dr. Ernest Holmes right around with me on my iPhone. I mean, whoever thought you could do that 20 years ago? So it's amazing. And so he's talking about the parable of the prodigal son, which I won't tell you about, but the son comes home, and then he came to himself. This is the great awakening, the moment in which we now live. In this moment, we are asking this question of ourselves: is there not plenty in the universe? Why do we lack? In this divine awakening, there seems to be an inner witness who remembers that we came from a heavenly state. There seems to be an answer from the great within that says Spirit's home is filled with peace, power, and plenty. The universe is not limited. It is abundance. It is lavish. It is extravagant. Nothing can be taken from or added to it. Creation is the play of life on itself. We know by intuition that there is something beyond what we have so far consciously experienced in this world. Poets have sung of it. And there are moments in the life of all when the veil seems thin and we almost enter into the heavenly state. This is the meaning of coming to oneself. It is complete. It is love. It is the universe is good, and it wills that only good is given to all alike. So let's take these ideas into prayer. So turning within to that place where I know that affluent flow of the universe flowing through and as all of its creation extravagantly, abundantly, brilliantly, as light, as love, as truth, as the flow of wisdom and joy from the tiniest atom to the farthest galaxy. It is all that. It is all what I call God. It is all one. One. And that is who I am, and each one here is, and each one coming in through the internet is. That one expressed as that lavish expression of light and love and joy right here and right now in human form. And so I'm knowing for this sacred time together that abundant flow of spirit, of life, of love, of wisdom flows through and as each one, not only enhancing the life of each one here, each one coming in over the internet, but flowing out into this world, allowing that lavish flow of abundance, of joy, of love to encircle this whole world, allowing this world to come up to its next level of magnificence from this sacred place and time right here and right now. And so I just gratefully accept this abundant flow of life and love and wisdom as the truth of this sacred time together as I release this word to the law, knowing it is now done in perfect light and love and wisdom and the abundant flow as spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you. Well, Seaside, I would like to introduce you to our guest artist today. She is returning to us all the way from Los Angeles this morning. She's been coming here to perform for about 5 years now, so you know her and love her. And if you don't know all of the wonderful things about her, she's a singer-songwriter, session singer. She's sung with the likes of Bruce Springsteen. We were talking earlier about a recent Cher commercial that she was involved in. After you hear her sing today, I'm sure you're going to want to hear more of her. She has some music for sale afterwards, so you can go back and meet her and check out what she has. Would you please give a warm welcome to Gia Chambati.
Good morning.
Love is the ruler of my heart. Peace is the spirit of my soul. Joy bring me freedom like a bird. Truth is the power of my word. Fruit so sweet to the taste and a rose in bloom. Climb a tree in the backyard for a sunset view. Brings a tear and a smile, all the colors we can see. Life is just living itself through you and me. And it's got to be. Love is the ruler of my heart. Peace is the spirit of my soul. Joy bring me freedom like a bird. the oak. A deep expression of wonder and hope. Kindness is never in vain, it's always been so. God's love is all the same in one and all I know. Win, place, or show, baby, love is the ruler of my heart. Don't you know? Peace is the spirit of my soul. Joy bring me freedom like a bird. Yeah. Truth is the power of my word. And a light, we are the light. Gonna shine on. Come on. Ooh, let the light, we are the light. Let's shine on. Sing our song, yeah. Come on. Love is the ruler of my heart. It's a ruler. Peace is the spirit of my soul. Don't you know joy bring me freedom like a bird? Oh, truth is the power of my word. Yeah. Truth is the power of my word. Don't you know truth is the power of my word? Ooh, of my word.
And that is Gia Giambate. Woo! I like that. That is just perfect for today. All right. Well, and speaking of today, my message is living in the affluent flow of life. How does that sound? Yeah, that works for me. I always love that phrase, affluent flow. That feels so good. But since Jean Houston, I have a new favorite, and that is her word, abundanza. You know, abundanza, that is more than abundance. That is ever increasing, replenishing, expanding, emerging, never ending. I like that concept of abundance in my life, that it is inexhaustible. Abundanza. Say that together. Abundanza. Doesn't that just feel good? Yeah, the hands go out, and you got that whole, I don't know, some kind of expression. Anyway, hey, this morning about living in that affluent flow of life, what is really valuable and good is to recognize that all of life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you get to decide what prophecy yourself is going to fulfill. It's like that simple. You get to decide. And so really what I want for you is an extraordinary life. And when I'm talking extraordinary life, I mean a life on your terms. How does that sound? That is abundance for you. Life, living it on your terms. I want so much for you to have phenomenal success, live in phenomenal relationships, with phenomenal wealth, with phenomenal joy, with phenomenal health in your body and its ability to replenish and to heal itself, because that blessing of God is yours and is right for you to feel the fullness and the joy and the freedom in your expression as you walk through this world. That is about living in the affluent flow of life. In my breakfast room growing up at home, there was this old sign. I've told you about it before. And it was on the wall. It was probably older than I am. So that's now old. And it said, I would rather be healthy and wealthy than poor and sick. And I thought, yeah, of course. Why is it that we have to decide which one that I want to be? I'd rather be healthy and wealthy than poor and sick. There's a real good way of going. But what I've noticed a lot of times with some individuals is that as they experience their wealth, there tends to be this obsession around not wanting to lose the wealth. And so as one is obsessed about not wanting to lose the wealth, there creates a little bit of fear, a little bit kind of miserable around that. And granted, it's a little bit better to be wealthy and miserable than poor and miserable. But, you know, neither one of those are the optimal state. And really what I want us to live is that optimal state, that one where there is an extraordinary sense of well-being in our life, where we are able to live life on our terms. And so as we begin to recognize that I have this option and that my world is a reflection of my consciousness, then those that are out there being miserable and proponents of poverty, and when I say proponents of poverty, is that they're out there talking about their poverty and defending their position in their struggle in life, talking about how they are just a victim to what is going on, and that the economy has them in a it's just got them by that sensitive part of their anatomy. And so because of that, there is this self-proponent that, life or someone or a government or something outside is supposed to take care of me since I'm a victim to what's going on outside. And, I'm not really at choice. I've abdicated my power. And so there's individuals walking around feeling this sense of entitlement that, the system doesn't recognize how special they are and that they need to be taken care of. I want us to be clear, there is no system, no government, no one, and no thing that's supposed to be taking care of you. It's up to you to take care of yourself and to direct this infinite power for greater good into your life as you choose to be part of that affluent flow of greater good in your world. Because if you're giving your power away to someone or something outside of you to take care of yourself, you've automatically put yourself in slavery. I got to tell you, there's people who say, I can't leave the state because I'm going to lose my support. Really? You're going to live somewhere that is not your first choice because you have got this fear that this system is no longer going to take care of you? You are a conduit through which that infinite affluent flow of life is flowing. You are the one who gets to direct this hose of expression in whichever way you want. And I got to tell you what, we are living at a time, if you think about this logically, that it's not usually a good thing, but in this example, it's going to be. Okay. We're living at a time where there are more people on this planet than ever before. Like billions and billions more people now than there had been a while ago. So what that means, if you're in this new age thought, this kind of stuff, and you're a healer, that means there's more sick people than ever before for you to go heal. If you're into finances, there are literally hundreds of thousands of transactions. I'm talking transactions, not shares. Transactions taking place every second. Billions of dollars moving around every minute. There is more going on if you're into music. There are more orchestras, more concert venues, more recording studios than ever before for you to share your talent. If you're a writer, there are more ways to get published and on Christina's phone than ever before. If you stop to think of the potential that is here, it is exciting, but you've got to give your mind that direction as getting caught up and saying, I'm a victim. I need to be taken care of. It's like you let your mind go there, you're going to have a problem. Any mom will tell you that you don't leave a intelligent, hyperactive genius of a child alone in the room. Because that curiosity is going to, who knows what it's going to do. Our mind is like that. It has the potential to create incredible things if it's given the direction, but left up to its own accord, who knows what challenges and trouble it's going to deal. The child, I don't know, you give them your iPad, you give them a puzzle, you give them something to solve. Well, your mind, you got to give it something to work on because otherwise it's just going to grab like clickbait on your website. Click. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Or those nasty memes. Where did that come from? That is what can download into our experience when we are not in sync with the affluent flow of life. You've got a mind, a consciousness that wants to flow. We are partners, Holmes says, we're part of a collective consciousness. We talked about the omnipresence of God. Jung talked about the collective unconsciousness. I don't know, you can call it one mind, whatever you want. We're part of this one thing that is there. And we can have these intuitive hits. We can have these profound ideas and realization, these hunches. I think most everyone in here at some time or another has had this ESP kind of experience where you picked up something sensitive in your perception. Well, I think that we've got this mind that wants to live in that affluent flow of God that needs some direction. Because, if you're sensitive, what good is it to really pick up on your great-great-great-grandfather, drifting down the hallways of your house when you can have these great divine downloads of possibilities that you get to bring into this world because you're a conduit for the greater good? I mean, great-great-great-grandpa is nice to visit every now and then. But you know what? If you tell your mind, my next great intuitive hit is going to be a wonderful idea. Because I'll tell you what, I've thought a lot of good things in the past and done nothing about them. And now look at them, man. They're big time. Selling on Amazon, selling at Costco. You have got a gift to share. There's more people in this world that want that than ever before. You've got to be willing to put it out there. And when they show up, bill them. So, as we are in this affluent flow, going after our dream, finding the courageousness to listen to that hunch or that sensitive, intuitive hit that we have been given that is pulling us out of the woe is me kind of place, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have challenges and difficulties. I mean, they come with doing this thing called life. Oprah, she said that when you're facing a challenge, get still and ask yourself, what is the next right move? Pretty simple. It's like taking control of letting your mind freak out, like being left alone in a room. It says, what is the next right move? Because we have all had total trauma, not all. Most of us have had like a total trauma within our life at some time or another, where it's just our world has changed after the experience. I know when my dad died, for me, that was a very rough time. I loved my dad, and he went to join my mom, and those two were like my practitioners, partners I talked Seaside with, and just left me, kind of head of the family that's left in this world. And our clan that was always tight, when the matriarch and patriarch are gone, they split, and it was lonely. It was tough. Another total trauma time was, not total trauma, but during the last real estate recession, didn't lose, and I sold at big loss, our apartments. Not fun experience at all. Charlie and I, another one, when we got diagnosis about our son, Trevor, that he's on the spectrum for autism, it's life changers. And it's like, wow. I share these because as we are marching forward in life, we have these total traumas. And after you cry and ache and all that stuff, you then ask yourself, okay, now what am I going to do about this? If I'm really living in this affluent flow of life and I've had this experience, and I've got to say, okay, what am I going to do about this? What is my next thing, after I experience what the emotions need to experience? What is it that is mine to do? Because my belief is the rest of my life is going to be the best of my life, and if the rest of my life is going to be the best of my life, then there's some stuff that I've got to move beyond and deal. I'm going to have a scar, I'm going to have this pain, but I'm living in this affluent flow, and so I got to be the conduit for the greater expression, the greater possibility of my child, my greater soul expression in this world, the abundant flow that is not bound by a poor investment. It's like Monopoly. It's how much you have at the end that matters, not one particular hotel you bought. It's like, at least that's what I'm still telling myself. It's what are you going to do? You're living in this affluent flow. There's going to be times that stretch you in your life. And what is it I'm going to do? Ram Dass said, the next message you need. The next message you need is always where you are. It's kind of comforting. Think about that. The next message that you need is always where you are. But you got to get still, as Oprah was telling us. Say, okay, what is the right next move that I'm going to make so I can be in that affluent flow of life? Because Spirit is omnipresent. It is always flowing. It is ever available. I'm the one who has stepped out of that stream, that current. We call it currency because there is a current. It is important for us to be in that current, to be able to move, with that flow, to be able to move with that expression. So I am able to express that Spirit, because I'll tell you what, it can be a difficult thing crossing from the metaphysical realm into the realm of form. I like to call it sometimes trouble at the border, if you would. This physical form world, it's a little denser Then the metaphysical form where you create the visions and the possibilities, and it's loose and it's free, it's creative, you can mold it. Man, I got it. But the trouble at the border means that what has to happen is I have to take authentic action here. I have a thought. Isn't that sweet? We all do. But what authentic action am I going to do, the right next move in my life, so I can be that conduit for the affluent flow to show up in my life in ways that are relevant and meaningful and profound and powerful for me? Because as I begin to open up to that greater expression, I begin to feel that spirit moving and grooving in my life. I'm the one who is connecting that elegant bond with the mysterious and the mystical of my own being. I am cultivating the inspired connection with the creative genius and the wisdom of the universe that can move me through any patch of concern or difficulty in my life. Now, there could be that little self-sabotaging, protective, superstitious bias that thinks that, gosh, man, I don't know if I'm really going to be able to be happy, or catch the biggest wave, or it's with being able to live my vision without having to live on dog food here, and that conversation that goes on in the back of your head that begins to raise those questions has you looking. You got that? Has you looking for that to substantiate that, and as you're looking for that which you're suspicious about, that which you're concerned about, that which has fear around it, you are missing all those things that validate the vision, the possibility, and the biggest way for you to ride as you ride that affluent flow into your manifesting universe. Those funky thoughts, they pass through our mind. But you got to make sure they pass through your mind and don't move in. Start unpacking and moving the furniture around within your consciousness. If you want to live in that affluent flow of spirit, you got to know that currency, that flow is always flowing, and that I'm the one who has to step into that. And I do that by stepping into that vision, that greater possibility, and knowing that my world is wonderful. And if there is something that's out of balance, I need to look at it. You take a look at masterful manifestors, and something that is consistent about them is that they are able to just know that they're not stuck. They don't believe in getting stuck. Okay? Masterful manifestors don't get stuck. They may recreate the same experience again and again in their life, but they do not claim that they are stuck. And that is what happens, is that we will recreate the same experience over and over because we are thinking the same thoughts, we are doing the same act, we are speaking the same words, and we are behaving in the same way. No wonder we are continuing to get the same results in our life. You get to say, you know what? I'm done with that path right there. I'm going to listen to that elegant bond that I was just talking about. No, it's just like Wi-Fi. Man, I can't see it, but I got to tap into it, and then I get to decide what I want to watch on it, so I don't become that clickbait. I gotta. Yeah, you ever start driving with your parking brake on? So, what you're not supposed to is put more gas on, so you can go a little bit faster, right? Yeah, it seems like it's not working. More gas. No. What you do is you take the parking brake off and vroom, there you go, nice and fast. Well, what happens in our life, we've sometimes got this psychological parking brake on in our head or in our subjective consciousness that's saying, hey, you got your brake of unworthiness on, or you've got this psychological brake of guilt or what you did wrong or the shame or the mistakes or that great loss or that challenge, or whatever that brake is. And I got to tell you what, it's not about pushing, the masterful manifestors don't push more energy to move through that. What they do is they take that brake off and boom, there they go. No extra energy, because that affluent flow is flowing in life. What you got to do is get yourself in that. Sometimes you got to let go of the brake so you can get into that current, into that flow, into that experience. And you got to recognize that you're worthy of the greater good, because if you're not comfortable in your own skin, if you're not comfortable with who you are, I don't care how much wealth you have, it's not going to make you comfortable. You might get some good things out of that, but there's still something that's going to be out of balance. You got to work on loving yourself. You got to work on being that divine expression and being good with who you are and where you are and what it is you're doing if you want to move to the next level. And that's what I'm really working on doing today, is having us move to that next level. So mediocrity is over. So lack is over. Fear is over. Constraint is over, because you're moving downstream. You're in a new place. You're not stuck, and you're not repeating those old patterns with your old kind of thinking. You are stepping into that powerful flow. Ernest Holmes, he said that, remember that God is your secret partner in all things and is always ready to pour into that which is needed. Got that? God is your secret partner in all things and is always ready to pour into whatever is needed. Wow, that's pretty comforting. But you're the one who's got to have your focus on that, as opposed to fear of loss, being taken advantage of, having something taken away from you. You're the one who gets to decide, you know what, God, I'm available. Use me. And as I allow myself to be used by Spirit, I find a sense of peace because I'm playing with God. I'm playing with that life force. Our peace is not based upon what the world can give us, right? We're told by the master teacher, my peace is not of this world. My peace I give you. It's not of this world. So I may find peace with the house or the relationship or those things, but if they go away, my peace is gone. But if I'm at peace with Spirit and with myself and with that voice and with that something inside, I realize that there's something more. There's meat, not of. I think is another one of the cliches from that black book. It's the meat, not of. Kingdom's not of this world. The peace I give you, it's not from here. It's something inside of yourself. Life is not a maze where you're trapped in. It's amazing. You're living in an amazing life. And your footprints to success are really your footprints of success. And the way you want to be able to experience that greater success in your life, that affluent flow, that abundanza, is the only thing that needs to be healed. You hear me say this all the time, and it's the same answer every week. But any sense of separation from God, from the source, from the current, from the abundanza, any sense of separation is that illusion that has turned into the physical fact that has moved across that border because of my actions and my belief and my activity. What I got to do is allow myself to see that greater good and take the action courageously to create that in my life, because form follows consciousness. Our consciousness houses itself. It's in your hands. It's in your consciousness. And there's no one who is responsible for you to get that or to do something with that other than yourself. And when you do, then you'll really know what it's like to be living in the affluent flow of life. God bless us. Hey, let's keep it going. We bring Gia back to our stage.
Abundanza. I don't know, but it could be. Could be Italian. Abundanza. I have to count the song off now. What? Flower that grows, I'm a wave that rolls, I'm a mystery, and I'm able to say it, I'm able to reveal it in my heart. I'm a tree so tall, and I am able to say it and able to feel it in my heart. from my mind. And it's the one that gives me power so that I can find. I am part of you. You are part of me. We are the love between, and we are able to say it and able to feel it in our heart. Ooh, we are able to say it and able to reveal it in our heart. Well, hallelujah, and hallelujah, and hallelujah, hallelujah, and hallelujah, and
That is Gia Giambate. Woo! Hallelujah! Woo! Love it, love it. All right, well, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity to unite together in our givingness and the sharing of our love and our offering, and just be able to let our heart pour forth that in how we have been blessed, to step into that wonderful flow of life, to be that conduit through which the expression of Spirit is, to be the activity of the abundant expression of God. You're the only one who gets to make that determination, and it's not through words, it is through our action, it's through our expression, it is how we do it. So I invite you to listen to your heart and allow that to be your guiding essence and to follow that. And as you give, it comes back. It's not why you do it, but rather it's an extension of your consciousness, and form follows consciousness. It can't help but match that. So as you give, just see what happens. So with that, I want to invite our ushers forward as we take our gift and our offering from our hands and our heart and our soul and our spirit and say thank you to this wonderful crew, and thank you to those that mail in your gifts when you're not here on a Sunday. It's greatly appreciated, as well as those that remember us in the auto tithe, that regular systematic support from your world into Seaside. That regularity is very helpful in the Seaside operation. And those of you at home, we know that you're there because you keep sending letters and emails and contributions, and I want you to feel good of the virtual gift that Seaside is to the collective consciousness of this planet, because you too helped start the new center in Australia. So thank you. And so I share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, knowing that right now this truly is a blessed moment where the wonderful expression of God has its way that moves through each and every one of us in ever-increasing, expanding kind of expressions. And so with joy, we step into that wonderful current, that affluent flow of life, and allow that essence of the divine expanding wealth to have its way with each and every one of us. And with that, our actions reflect our connectedness with that inexhaustible stream. And so we take that which has blessed our life and we share that, and know that these blessings go out into the world and continue to bring the blessings and the joy and the sense of well-being everyone it comes in contact, because it is an energetic transference, a flow of life and love. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to be able to actually practice that beyond where I've been before. So it is. Amen. And together let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. guys, from Seaside. Nice job. And so as I stand before this bounty, I can feel the outpouring of love. For truly, this gift here is a gift to the heart, and it blesses the giver as well as the receiver. It is handled with good stewardship and is put forth back into that energetic stream of the affluent flow of life, bringing greater blessings to everyone it comes in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this opportunity to be that affluent activity of the infinite. So it is. Amen. All right. Edwin Robinson, he is your board president. Thank you for all the gifts you bring us. Speaking of brought gifts, Gia, what a joy it is to share Sunday morning with you. Thank you for driving down from LA to be here. Danielle, always a pleasure to have you just be part of the family of Seaside. Your presence is a blessing to us all. And Dr. Christina, always a joy to share Sunday mornings with you. And I know you've got your wellness group with Tess and Mick right there, finding your voice before they run off. So, hey, Matt, thank you for allowing everyone to hear my voice, because I haven't taken their class lately, for sure. Marv, visuals, appreciate you, and the wonderful Crawford team sharing this video with the world. I just was given some of those that have been watching here this morning from England today. We got Kai Gerber. We've got Sophie Bundy. What are you doing? You're supposed to be here. You home drinking mimosas with your hubby? I don't know about that. We got David Minzota from Florida. We have got Rebecca Jade. She's playing hooky. She's in Baton Rouge today. And Arvella from Vista. And the list goes on. It is amazing. We know you're there. We love you guys. Mitch Earl in Florida. So it's valuable what's happening. And we always wanted to be a gift for humanity. And there is a vibration that we are casting in consciousness. But with that, there's a lot of things going on at Seaside. So the bag, you saw Kat modeling the bag. Very nice job. There it is. Hold up. Everybody can see it. Awesome. Very nice. And so pick one up. But John and Emily are selling that. They're outside already. So pick it. Oh, you got the pavers. We were supposed to get the pavers in last week. Paperwork's taking a little bit longer. So you still, if you didn't get it last week, this is it, because the work is, there's a few squares left for your name right there. So Kat, you and John getting it off this week. So let's see what else. After service today, you go to your workshop. You got Ginny, who's created a wonderful new basic belief. So if you've been wondering about the basic philosophy, it's an hour. You get all your questions answered. That's going on. And if I'm done with the Marianne Williamson workshop, volunteer group, I'll stick my head in there, say hello to the group. And speaking of Marianne, speaking of how you like that. But anyway, just a heads up. You don't have to do anything right away, but ticket sales are going to go on sale next week, Kat. We're going to replace the paver table with Marianne Williamson ticket sales. But Kat is activating our website with her picture that will take you right to the link. And the heads up I'm giving you is Marianne Williamson's people. She shared an event on her Facebook event at Seaside. There's over 500 people that said they're interested in coming to Seaside already, and it's not even on sale. So we're going to activate the sales this week. They're officially going on sale next week, but if you want, the VIP goes instantly first. So heads up, take advantage of that. Go to our site if you want that. Hey, what else is going on? You can read about all those other things. Saturday, Elizabeth creating a conscious home. I spent Saturday with her, learned some feng shui. And gosh, I know the teens. We got the teens. You want your video first or after? First. Marv, would you roll the video? Guys, you want to come up so you can share about this? Thank you. Good to see ya. Nice. Did you make that cover? Wow.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cooper Hambrick, and today we are going to be talking about our experience at Teen Camp in Malibu, California from January 2018. First of all, we did many fun games and activities such as bobbing for apples and learning many new spiritual principles. We also had U Time, which is where every day we took an hour to get ourselves connected with the universe. Finally, we had a talent show where we could share our creative expression with everyone at camp, and I wrote a spiritual poem.
Ever since I went into teen camp, it was a whole other experience that's gonna stay in my heart forever, I already know. It's all unconditional love and acceptance. During even the talent show, one girl choked when she was singing up there her song, and a bunch of teens went up there and sang with her and held her hand, and it was just the most amazing experience I've ever witnessed, and it made me almost cry at just how much love could just be spread, and it changed me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tamara Hebler, and I'm actually the teen leader right now. And I was able to be gifted to be able to go for this experience they're talking about in Malibu. Watching the transformation of these kids from start to finish, my daughter just being one of them after 4 days, literally changed their lives forever. If you can imagine how difficult it was when we were teenagers to go to a place where you know there's 100% non-judgment and unconditional love. These kids had walls around their hearts that you couldn't imagine, and all of them were gone by the end of 4 days. This experience that we're going to be going to in the summer is a full 7 days. So my goal is really, I'm dreaming big to actually send 10 kids full scholarship. There's many churches that are actually half this size that are sending that much. I don't care if they're teens that are going here now. I want them to hear about this. So everyone that's out on the internet, share this video. Tell all your friends. We want the teens to just, notify us, notify Kat, notify me. I can tell them all about it. And we're going to start doing fundraisers. But if anyone is moved to do a full scholarship, it's around $500. Or get together with friends. This is life-changing. One experience, life-changing. God bless.
Thank you. All right. That's good. This is Dr. Tamara, our in-house veterinarian and head of our teen group. So thank you. Wonderful gift for our kids. So we look forward to supporting you guys this summer. Wow, that would be great. Okay, I want to pray. Healing is the thrust of our movement since its conception. It is not about the words. It is about the manifestation. It's about the action. It is about the expression. And so I step into this divine resonant field of the wonderful expression of spirit, for I recognize that presence as a life force, as a love, as a power, as a wisdom. It is the joy. It is our heart opening up as we hear our teens. It is that touch of spirit when we reach out. It is that something that wants to be heard in the stillness and the quiet of our next right move. For in this moment, as I open my awareness to the recognition of that greater expression of spirit, I know right now that there's something that moves through this moment in time and space, through each and every one of us. For there is that divine download that is taking place, that we become that wonderful vortex, that conduit of that divine motion, of that wonderful affluent flow of the greater yet to be that is seeking to make that crossing, cross that trouble at the border, that nebulous, easy, metaphysical possibility into the concrete manifestation of form. We have been called to be that in that place. Feel yourself as a channel, a place in which that flow, that current moves, and with that, it purges out anything unlike itself. And you can feel the peace and the love that transcends time and space. All of a sudden, you can feel a connectedness with that something special that allows you to remember the truth of your being, the magnificence that your soul is. That affluent flow of that greater yet to be begins to take form in those ways that are particular and right and perfect in your life. The body comes into greater alignment. If there's any spot that needed greater healing, greater balance, perfect weight, circulation, greater comfort, whatever may be catching you in this earthly realm of something that is not at ease. It's the human experience, but it's not the spiritual truth. And I know right now that the spiritual truth takes precedent and begins to take form. And it does not matter what the medical world told you the prognosis is. I'll tell you what the divine prognosis is, and it is wholeness. With Spirit, all things are possible. I have meat that is not of this world. There's a peace that I give that is not of this world. That is the divine download that dissipates, disappears, dissolves whatever has been in the way. For with Spirit, all things are possible. Not all things and your question mark, all things. And with this wonderful flow comes the opening of the gates, the expanding of that artery, that expression of life, the abundance, the wealth, the prosperity, the ease, the joy, the fulfillment, the success, the health, that phenomenal, extraordinary sense of living life on your terms, which I trust is the divine expression of your higher self. For the wisdom of the universe is the intelligence moving within each of our lives right now. So I get my bloated nothingness out of the way, and I begin to recognize a life that is rich and fulfilling. Joy, relationships are intimate and wonderful, magical, divine. Something good's taking place. Feel it. Personalize that. It is a motion of that Spirit. Allow your ESP, your extrasensory perception, to catch that finer vibration and allow that frequency to move through you in this moment and let it just resonate in that field that is more than just the physical. Your life is more than just your brain. There's this whole energetic field of wholeness that is just sinking right now. And anything unlike it just falls away, not because I have to say, but because there is an intelligence that knows. And so in this kind of knowingness, I look upon all the prayer requests that have been put in our prayer request chest that are answered and fulfilled in this moment. Practitioners, they speak their word of truth. Those that are standing know they're available for prayer. So I'm grateful. The words they've spoken are the truth, and that Seaside is a light into the world. It is a vortex of the spiritual emergence in a way in which people can feel and sense, have the experience of that which is greater than whatever constraint has been. Seaside continues to grow. It continues to thrive. It continues to make a difference in our lives, in this community, and upon this planet, being a contributor to that collective unconscious that Ernest Holmes talked about. And that next perfect message for you, you go into that stillness and recognize that it's right where you are. And clarity comes, healing comes, joy is lived, happiness is expressed. A body that is perfect to do it in this world with is yours to use. So I'm grateful for the realization, the freedom, being able to live life on my terms, living in the abundanza, the affluent flow of life. I let go to this. I trust it with an unshakable conviction in the divine right action that has its way as each of our lives. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, yeah. And this is what you've got to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I I'm only here for God. Yeah.
And our affirmation is, I am now living in the affluent flow of life. Together, I am now living in the affluent flow of life. Touch your heart and say it again. I am now living in the affluent flow of life. One more time like you mean it. I am now living in the affluent flow of life. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love, I'm living in peace, I'm living my life for what I believe, through joys and through fears. In this world I walk, God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me, and it moves through us all. We are living in grace.